Blender and Substance Painter are powerful tools for 3D modeling and texturing. In this tutorial, we'll be using both to create a steampunk gun with a unique and detailed texture. Let's add our reference by pressing Shift A, Image, and Reference. Select our reference, and as you can see, we need to reset the rotation. Go here and select all and press 0, and we can rotate this to x-axis 90 degrees and put it back like so. Also, you can select your reference and go here under the object data properties and turn on the opacity and turn the opacity down like this if you need that. And also you can go up here and select this selectable things, turn this on, and then turn it off by pressing on that. And so you can now you cannot select this reference, so I think it's better. But before that, we can reposition this here maybe, and then turn this off so you cannot select that. All right, let's continue. Let's press Shift A and add a UV sphere. Scale it down like so, and let's bring it a little bit upper. And by pressing Alt Z or selecting this X-ray button, you can see through your model, and also you can see your reference like this. And actually, I'm going to rotate this circle 90 degrees. And let's continue adding this cylinder here, this part. So press Shift A and add a cylinder, scale it down, rotate, and put this here. Actually, let's put this on 0 through z-axis because I want to make it perfectly proportional with this circle. So I'm not going to mess around with this z-axis. So let's scale it through X, put it here, and Control A and apply the scale. Go to edit mode and press E and I, and again E to extrude, and press E, escape, and then S for scale, and again E to extrude, and also again press I to inset, and press E to extrude, something like that. Now I'm gonna add this part. Go to edit mode and press Shift D to copy, escape, and P and selection to make it another object, and go to edit mode, A to select all, and E to extrude like this. And I'm going to delete this bottom part. Select these two vertices, which is here, press J to join, and then also these two, and press J to join, and then select this polys, and then press P and selection to separate. So now we have this upper part, button, and this two. All right, let's continue. Now select this bottom part, go to edit mode, and we can put it right here, but we need to re-scale this and scale it down. So go to object mode and press S for scale. Actually, also you can put this origin to center of your object. So right click, set origin to the geometry. And so now you can re-scale this through this point like this. And let's put it here, re-scale like this. I think it's okay. Let's go to wireframe and put it right here. Go back and press tab to reposition these vertices like this. So now we need to make a cut right here. I'm going to use an add-on called Carver. Go to edit preferences and search for Carver and check this add-on. And then go back to object mode, press Ctrl Shift and X to bring this Carver add-on up, and press space, because right now it's on rectangle. Press space, go to line, and one click here and drag and click here, 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 and then press space. So easily we can make a cut like this. Okay, and then press escape. Then we need to make a cap right here, because right now it's a open shape. Go to edit mode and select these edges and press F like this. And also this one, go to edit mode, select these edges and press F to cap these two. Now let's make a hole here. I think it's called muzzle. To do that, we also can use the Carver add-on. So let's select this through object mode, and again press Ctrl Shift and X to bring this up. Now it's on rectangle, press space to go to circle, and then we have something called apply operation, which is on, but we can turn this off by pressing Q. So it allows us to modify your bubble later on. So click here and just drag your mouse. You don't need to hold your click, just click and release, and then hold Alt and reposition it wherever you want, and release Alt and drag your mouse to rescale your circle, and again hold Alt, and I think right here is okay. And when you are happy, just click, and we have our Boolean shape, which is right here. Oh, I'm sorry. And then you can press escape and select your Boolean shape. You can rescale this and put it wherever you want. I think here is okay, like this. And then when you're happy, just go to modifier and select this object and apply. And then you can delete this one, which we don't need. So when we go to edit mode, we can see we have our muzzle, but we can adjust this. We can merge this one, select this and at last, and then this one, select this one, and the circle one, aim, and at last. So right now we have the muzzle. Now let's make this sight. We can add a edge loop by pressing Ctrl R, and bring it right here, or maybe here, and go to face and select these two, and press E to extrude to Z axis. Go to X-ray view, bring this up like this, and also you can re-escalate to Z-axis and then press 0 to flatten this part, and also add another edge loop here and here, and select this part, G, put it down, and another edge loop here, and I think so we can select this and this one, turn this off, and press M, and at last these two, Shift R to redo our last command like this. Right, cool. Now let's make a modifier, some modification here. Select this poly loop and press Alt S to rescale this a little bit like this, and select this poly I for inset, a little inset here, and E to extrude inside the model, and select this loop here, and G through the x-axis, and like this. And then also this one, I'm going to re-escalate a little bit bigger, like so. Now let's make this part. So to do that, press Shift A and make a cube, re-escalate, and like so. Go to edit mode, select this part and extend, and then again we can use the carver to carve this, and before that let's put it right here. So press Ctrl Shift and X and go to line by pressing space, and also let's turn this on, press Q to apply operation. After we done our job, let's click and click here, and then press space. So easy. Okay, let's press escape. So now I'm going to make some cuts by pressing K, and press K, select this and right click, select this one, also right click, and then let's make another cut here, and right here, and then press enter. Also let's join these two together, and these two, pressing J, and then select these and scale through the axis and press 0, and also these two, press Shift R to redo our last command, and select this here like so. Now let's select these two edges and re-scale to y-axis like this, and these two a little, like so. Let's make this part. So again, press Shift A and make a cube, re-scale, put it right here, go to edit mode, select this part and extend, and make a loop cut right here, select this one, and like so. Let's re-scale through y-axis and select these two edges and rescale like this. And so we can make it a little bit longer. And let's select this part and we'll put it back like so, and select this part and put it inside the model, and also this one a little longer like this. So now we cover everything, and now let's make this upper part here. Again, let's press Shift A and make it cube, rescale, and oops, right here like so, and then Control A, scale, and go to edit mode, Control R to make loop cut, right click to apply, now select this poly and extrude, again Shift R, then select this polygon and again extrude, maybe like this, select these two and Control B for bubble, and also this one, Control B like this, and select this part, put it inside the model like so. Then down here, let's make this one, press Shift A and make a cylinder, rescale with right here, rotate to x-axis 90 degrees and scale it down, and rescale to y-axis like this, and then go to edit mode, select this poly and press I for inset, like this, and then E to extrude inside, and again I, and again E to extrude outside, and again inside, inset, extrude like this, and another inset, another extrusion, another inset, and another extrude inside. Let's isolate this one, kind of complicated. So select these polys and these and press S through y-axis and then press 0 to flatten. This one is and Y and 0. Bring this upper, and this is the result. So let's press slash to bring back and go to object mode. We can use the mirror modifier to mirror this. Go to modifiers and select the mirror, and we can use this object to for the mirror object. So select the picker and select this one, and then I think through y-axis turn all this on and This is the result. But I think it's so flat. Let's select this, go to isolate mode, and select these polys and bring this down a little like this, and maybe this one again, put it down like so. Also, we can add some bubble here, so go to edge mode and select these edges by pressing Shift and Alt and just clicking here, and then press Ctrl V for bubble like so. Also select this one, this part, I, and delete the face. Select this and Ctrl F and fill grid like so. So later on, if we add the subdivision surface, we can get some cool result like this. But let's add another edge loop here, and let's go back. Okay, also we have another part up here which is smaller, so press Shift D and copy it up here, and then go to edit mode by pressing tab and select all, rescale it down, reposition, and also select this part and this part and make it smaller like so. And also this one, we need to change it like this, and I think it's okay for now. So now let's make the gear. So for this gear, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 upper part for this quarter. So multiply to 4, which is 24 upper part, and also we have down part, which we need to multiply to 2, which brings us 48 segments for our cylinder. So press Shift A and cylinder and select the 48 for the vertices, and then scale it down, put it right here, scale it down, and rotate to x-axis 90 degrees like so, and also rescale to y-axis and bring it here, maybe another, all right, and then Ctrl A and apply the scale. So now we are going to isolate mode and go to edit mode, select all this loop, and then go to select and checker selection, checker deselect, I think, yes, and right click, extrude faces along normals like this, and then go back to isolate mode, and we can scale it up like so, and also we can scale it individually, so select this individual origin and decrease the selection, decrease the scale like so. Go back, I think we can rotate this like that, and we have it. But we need to do some modification. So select these two polys and then press I to inset, and then right click, extrude to normals and scale it down, and again I for inset, and again extrude faces along normal, scale it up, and again I for inset, scale it down through normals, and again I for inset, and the last one extrude along normals, and I, and delete these faces, and then select these loops, that back loop, Control F and fill grid, and also this one, Control F and fill grid. Cool. Also we can select these edge loops here and press Control V for bubble, and make a little bit doubling here. So also we have another gear right here, so Shift D to make a copy, and scale it down and rotate like so. All right, now we have our gear. Also we can mirror this through this object, so select this one and go to modifiers and select the mirror, and select this object for the mirror object and through y-axis. Also this one, actually we can select this one and the object which has our modifier, and press Ctrl A and Ctrl L and select the copy modifiers like this. All right, cool. Now let's make this kind of bolts around our potion. So select our potion and go to edit mode. Select these faces and Shift D, Escape P and selection to separate this. Go back to object mode. Select this one and let's scale it a little bit, like so. And then we are going to use a modifier called solidify. So select the solidify and the offset to 1, and we can increase the thickness like so. All right, and make a copy by pressing Shift D and rotate to the axis 90 degrees and scale it up like this, and increase the thickness like so. All right, let's rotate this one and rescale. Let's see how does it works. Maybe this is a little bigger, so put it right here. I think I want to make it beneath the other one, maybe like this, in a little bigger thickness like so. And I think it's okay. Let's scale it down a little bit like so, and now we have to make this one. So press Shift A and cylinder, but the vertices is too much. Let's put this on 16 and let's rotate and rescale and reposition to bring it right here. Rescale through Z axis. And maybe like this. And go to edit mode and select this one and press I and bring it up like so, and go back, Shift Control A and apply the scale like so. We have another one right here, so Shift D and go to these object properties, and we can reset this rotation through here, and right here, and scale it down like so. But here we need to delete this part from our built-in kind of shape. So go to edit mode, and actually let's isolate this one, and we need to apply the modifier. So go to object mode and apply this, and let's go back to see our reference. Select these polygons and just press X and faces to delete, and we can cap this by pressing selecting and pressing F. And also we can add a little bubble right here like so. Now let's make this grip part. So press Shift A and make a Q, scale it down, and put it right here. Go to edit mode, select these vertices, and scale it down, and select this one, extrude, like so, and bring this down, and again select these two and extrude, and bring this up, extrusion here, and another one here, and another one here. So, and reposition this one and this one like so. Also, let's make a edge loop like this, and select these two and extrude here, put it up, and select these two and extrusion here, put it up here, and another extrusion inside our gear. We can scale this to y-axis. Let's delete this edge, dissolve this, and then press Ctrl Shift and X to bring this curve, and press the space to go to circle, and then click and drag your mouse, and you can hold Alt to reposition this circle, and once you're happy, just click, escape, and this is our result. But I want to rescale this to y-axis, make it smaller like this, maybe more. Now let's adjust some vertices. Let's make it isolated, and select this one, and then this one, M, and at last these two, Shift R to redo our last command, Shift R, like this one, and then this one, Shift R, and also for this, like so. Also we can add a edge loop here, two edge loop, and also another one here, and select these two and J to join, and I think we can add another one here, and these two and J to join, and maybe 6 through here and select them all. Do this. Like so, and maybe an edge loop and select these two and join together, and also these two. And maybe some loop cuts right here. I think it's okay. Also, we can mirror this to y-axis, like so. I think it's okay for now. If we need any other modification, we can do this later on. So let's go back by pressing slash and continue to our grip. Now select these polys and press Shift D and escape, and then P and selection to make another object, and then go to edit mode, press A, select all and extrude like this, and we are going to continue making this grip. Go to wireframe and adjust some of these points, like so. Maybe a loop cut here, and again select these and extrude, and then adjusting the vertices, and again select them all, and another extrusion here, scale like this, another scale, and adjusting the vertices. Nothing special here, we're just extruding and repositioning. And I think it's okay for now. Also, we can select these edge and Control B for bubble and reposition. And also this one, Control V and reposition. I think we have to go here, right? Okay. And this one, and this one. Also, let's add another edge loop here and here to make it more precise. And I think it's okay for now. And right, it's going to be like this. And I think we can do some re-scaling here. So like this, and scale to Y. Let's isolate, scale through Y-axis like so, or maybe select all this S, Y, and 0, and here Shift R, again Shift R, make sure all are at the same axis, and then go back and see the shape. So scale this again through y-axis a little bit to make it smaller from this part. And again, go to edit mode and let's isolate to see better. Select these polys. Okay, go back and throw it inside the last shape like this. And I think we have to select this part, these edges, and make a bubble for that. So press shift, holding shift and alt to select them all, and then Control V for bubble for one segment. But I think before that we have to go back and press Shift A and apply the escape. And again, let's try. Yeah, it's better. Now let's try this with 2 segments, like so. And now what if we add a subdivision surface and smooth? I think it's okay, but we have a problem here. Let's see why is that. So this is a problem. We have these edges which is not right. I don't know why there's 2 edges here. So let's select this and just delete the edge. And so let's just delete this vertex and this one, and then select these 2 and these 2 and go to edge and bridge edge loop. And I think we need to delete these faces too, and then select these edges and bridge, which is not working. So deselect this one, and again, okay. Also, I think we still have the problem. Why is that? So let's go back and select all and press F, which maybe by joining these vertices we're going to solve. And again, we have problem here, so let's do it this way. Okay, and select this all the edges and press F, and then Control R right here, and then select these 2, J, and these 2 and J. So now I think we solved the problem. So let's go back here and add the subdivision surface, and now it's solved. So also I want to bring this a little upper, make a distance from there and here. Also this one, double G, and it's gonna slide through your mesh. So these 2, double G, and like so. Also we can select these vertices and these 2 vertices and move it around to make it less closer to each other. And let's isolate, and we can delete these faces which we don't need. So select all of this and delete. So now we have a better mesh. So also we can adjust these vertices here. Select this and Control B and Control B for 1, or maybe not, just repositioning this. And all right, I think it's okay. Let's delete this for now and put it on flat shading and just continue. Now let's make this trigger. Press Shift A and make a cube. Scale it down, put it down, and go to X-ray. Scale it down, and I think we need to reposition these vertices. Oops. Select this and put it down like so. And all right, let's go back to our cube, go to edit mode, and rescale this. Let's make an edge loop here and extrude up. Oops. Scale and scale it up and put it upper, and Control B here, make a bubble and select this vertex, adjusting like so, and extrude here, R for rotation and G for repositioning like so, and Control B here, and another Control B right here, another one right here, or maybe not. And let's select these edges and these edges and Control B like so, and also select these and scale. Oops, let's select all, scale to y-axis and scale to y-axis, and again for this. I think it's okay for now. Also, let's see if we use subdivision, it's going to be like this. Also, we have to delete this upper face, which we don't need to. And we can bring this up a little and scale it more like so. So let's make this trigger shield. Shift A and press Bezier, scale it down, put it down, and rotate through x-axis 90 degrees and rotate here, and go to edit mode, select this one, G and R for rotation. Select also this one, press G and put it right here, and rotate and scale. Also this one, scale it down like so, and put it right here. And while you're selecting this one, press E to make another vertex and rotate this. Just reposition and rescale and rotate to reach our shape. And also we can go to your object data properties. Under the geometry, we can make extrusion, which make it like this. Also, we can add depths like so, and now we can adjust this more precise. I think it's okay, and let's bring it down the depths, and let's see, we can decrease the extrusion. I think something like 0.05, it's okay. Maybe 0.05 for the depth, I think it's too much, 0.03, it's okay. And let's select this, a little adjustments. And also we can select this one and press Alt S to increase the scale through this one, Alt S, like this. And I think it's okay. Now we can convert this to mesh. To do so, go to object mode and object convert to mesh. So now this is a mesh. Also we can select this and F to cap. And let's check the normals. All is okay, and turn this off. So also we have to make this part. I'm gonna use a cube, scale it down, put it down, and put it right here. Go to edit mode and scale it like so, and Control R, scale it down, put it up here, and scale it to y-axis like so. And also this one, I think it's okay. Maybe we need to make another part for this one. So let's make another object, Shift A and cube, scale it down, and put it down here, scale it down, rotation, scale it down, rotation to z-axis. Go to edit mode and select these vertices, and let's put this from global to local, and press G to z-axis, and G to z-axis like so, and put it back to global, and select these and put it right here. Control V for 2 or 3 segments, and Control V here like this, and also here, and I think it's okay, but we need to scale it to y-axis like so, and I think it's okay. So now we need to make this potion and liquid inside. Actually, let's isolate this and go to edit mode and select these vertices, or maybe this, and press Shift D, Escape P and selection to make it separate, and then rotate this to actually 90 degrees and scale it down like so, and then again isolate this one by pressing slash twice. Okay, and let's press Ctrl A and select all transforms to reset all these items. All right, and then go to edit mode and select this loop and press F to make a cap, I for inset, and delete these faces. Again, select these loop and Control F and fill grid, and then select these outer loops and Control B for bevel for maybe 2 segments. All right, and then go to modifier. Now select the subdivision surface for this for 2 level, and then go to add the wave modifier, and wow, it's too much. So let's bring down the height like this. Press space to see the animation. We can add another panel here and put this on the timeline. You can see the result. Let's shade it on smooth. All right, and this is too much. Let's turn down the speed like this and bring down the height a little. Let's add another wave. Press duplicate and change the position to maybe 1. The other one to maybe 1 and 2 for the Y. Let's bring this. It's gonna be like this, but I think the height is too much, or maybe we can change the narrowness, so make it narrower, and also this one. Maybe we can change the width or the narrowness again. So this, I think this one is okay, but we need to only apply this to the upper part of our mesh. So go to edit mode and select these upper vertices and go to the object data properties, and under the vertex group select this plus button and change this to top and hit assign, and then go to modifiers, and under the wave, under the vertex group, select this top part. Also for this one, select the top, and now it's just gonna work on the upper part of our mesh. So just pick a better position. I think this is okay. So if I go back to our potion, we got this. We can I think we can apply these modifiers and maybe just select these and put it down like so, and I think it's okay. So now we have our wave like so. All right, let's go back. Also, we need to add a thickness to this part, which is our bottle. So go to modifier and select the solidify, and I think this is okay. And also we can rescale this liquid like so. All right, let's join this area. We don't need that. Now let's add some wrapping fabric through this part. So make a circle with right here, and reposition and rescale like so. Go to edit mode, press A and E to extrude like this, and add some edge loop by pressing Ctrl R and rescale this like so, maybe more. All right, and I scale it down and Ctrl A and Alt transform. All right, so to wrap this around this part of our model, select these two and press Ctrl J to join these two parts together, and then select this circle, go to modifiers and select the shrink wrap. Then we need to select this part, so pick the eyedropper and select these objects. So right now, as you can see, this wrapping through the object, but we need to offset. So bring this up. Like so. And let's add a solidify modifier to this to add the thickness. Bring the thickness down like this. And what if we add a subdivision surface? It's going to be like that. All right, now you can make a copy from this. So press Shift D and you can rotate this. Press R to rotate, but let's put the origin to the geometry. And by rotating, as you can see, it's still going to wrap through this object. So we can change the offset like this, or maybe we can change the thickness like so. And again, make another copy by pressing Shift D and rotate right here. And we can decrease our thickness like this one. So copy this and paste it right here. Also, we can copy this one right here and reposition, or maybe rescaling like so. And again, let's copy this one, Shift D, and put it, actually, let's set the origin to the geometry and put it like so. And we can select all these and put it right here. So I think it's okay. Let's put this here. You can put this wherever you want. I think I'm gonna increase the thickness for this one a little bit, like so. And or maybe rotate this through here, or maybe this one like this. And now I think it's okay. So I'm gonna turn off the subdivision surface for now. Just delete this subdivision and then apply all of this together. To apply them all at once, we can select them all and go to Object and Convert to Mesh. All right, now let's select this one and go to Edit Mode and hover your mouse on this part and press 3 for face, and then press L to select this all, and then press P to separate this part from that one. And here we go. Also, we have some parts under the gear, so let's make them. Make a cube and scale it down, put it right here, and go to Edit Mode, select this part, and G to extend and E to extrude. and R to rotate, put it right here. And just adjust the scale and positions. Nothing special here. Just adjusting this, maybe bevel for only this one. And reposition this here. Like so, but we need to bring this up right here and select this part and move it through y-axis like so. And maybe we need to make a cylinder for this gear. Let's make a cylinder. Let's get it down, rotate to 90 degrees and scale it to y-axis. And actually, oops, let's put it right here. And scale it down and put it into our gear like so. So that's better. And then we have another part which is here. So for that, I'm going to copy this one and go to isolate mode, go to edit mode, and select these and delete this part. Also this one. Select this and delete the face. Or then we can use this part, right? So go to edit mode and select these and press F to make a cap. Also these and F to make a cap for this one. And let's adjust the mesh for this part. So press K and make a cut through here and make another cut through here. Also for this one. Also these two. Oops. Sorry, these two and these two. All right, and then just press enter and select these and scale to y-axis and press 0 to flat and shift R to redo our last command. So let's go back by pressing the slash. Let's see if it's going to work for us or not. So let's see. I think we need to adjust more. So go to edit mode and select this part, scale it down, actually move it down like this. Let's see. Like this part, move it down. Or maybe we can select this edges and Control B to make this movement smoother like this. Or maybe this one too, Control B, like so. Let's go back to see how it's going to work for us, or maybe not working for us. So let's see. I think it's not bad. I think it's okay. So let's see our reference. Let's put it right here. And I think it's okay, but we don't need this part, so go to edit mode and you can just delete this part, which we don't need that. And all right. Also, we need to mirror this part. So for this folding things, we just join these two together. So we lost our modifier for this gear, so we need to do this again. So select the gear and select this object to mirror from that, also for this one. And again, we can select these and these which have no modifiers, and then select this one, then Control L and copy modifiers. So we'll continue adding some detail here. So go to isolate mode by pressing slash and press Control R for edge loop. Make 2 edge loops and select 1 edges and scale it through x-axis, and flatten this by pressing 0, scale through x-axis, 0 for flatten. And let's go back, select these two and put it right here, and then Control R and make some loops here like so, and then select these polys and then right click and extrude faces along normals and put it inside the model like this. All right, so this is not into our reference. We are going to add to make more details like so. Also select this one, go to edit mode, select this part and also this part, and press Ctrl B for bevel like so. And I think we need to apply the scale before that, so now we have a better bevel like this. Also maybe some details into this part, so go to edit mode and do some edge loops here, and also let's delete this one and add some here, and select these loops and right click, extrude faces along normals and make it smaller like this. Now we need to adjust this and put it down like so, and then and this one we need to adjust. Let's isolate this and go to edit mode, select this one, double G to slide through your mesh, and this upper part, select them all and put it down here. Let's go back, and it's still out of our glass, scale it down and put it down here. Maybe we can actually go to edit mode and select this part. Let's turn off the subdivision, like this part, and double G to scale it down, and select this one, double G again, and a little scaling up, and select this one and scale it down, maybe like so, and put it down here, and turn this on, go back, and I think you can select these two, this one and this one, go to isolate mode and see this through the X-ray view, and select this one, scale it up a little, like so. And I think now it's okay. What if we add the subdivision surface for this one? So I think it's okay. So let's delete this for now, and let's go back. Also, we need to add this part of the grip. So select this one and go to edit mode. We need to select these polys, holding shift and shift D, escape P and selection to make it separate from our mesh, and add a solidify for this and bring this, oops, and this one solidify, put the offset to 1 and a little bigger. All right, and we can change this mesh like the reference. Oh, we need to turn this off and change this like a reference, like so. And I think we need to add edge loop here. You can also make a bubble right here, or maybe not. And let's see what if we add a subdivision surface, and this is kind of okay. All right. Also, I'm going to add some wire to this, some pipe kind of things. Actually, it's not in our reference, and I'm not sure if it's going to fit to our model or not, because it's a steampunk kind of style, but that wiry things, I think it's going to be for some futuristic sci-fi things. So I'm not sure if it's going to work, but I'm just going to try this. So let's add a cylinder and put it right here. For example, maybe from this part, our wire going to start. So let's go to edit mode and select this part, press I for inset and go up. Again I and go down, and again I and go up, like this, maybe. And let's make it bigger, put it up, and like so. And also add a curve, Bezier curve, and scale it down, rotate this through x-axis 90 degrees negative, right? And go to edit mode, and let's adjust these vertices. Let's put it right here, and this one here maybe. Go to object data properties, and under the geometry, let's I think under the depths, increase the depths like this, and maybe our wire going to go up from this part, and by pressing E we can make another vertex like this. G and R for rotation, go up, and press E again to make another vertex, and we are going to end this var into this part like this, or maybe another vertex and put it right here. We can scale it down, scale each vertex like this. I'm just going to rotate and scale, reposition each part to get a better proportion. And you can select each handle too to change the position and the rotation. Maybe like this, and scale it down. Maybe like this. I'm not sure if it's going to work or not. I'm just trying to experience things. I hope it's going to work. And let's see. All right, so I think it's kind of okay for now. So let's make a backup from this model. So press Shift D and escape, press M and make a new collection, call this backup, and hit OK and turn off this backup. So let's go back to our var and actually let's select this one, little scaling. And all right, now let's go to object, convert, and convert this to mesh. So if we go to the edit mode and select this, and also select this one, and press Ctrl plus to go a little more selection, and right click, extrude along faces, and make a figure starter point like this, and also select these edge loops also here, these two, and make a bubble by pressing Ctrl B like this. So I think it's okay now, and let's make it, oops, let's make this one smaller like this, or maybe, all right, we need to bring this down here, and also for this one, let's see, let's make it isolated. So we need to adjust this. Maybe we need to delete this part, so select these word polys and Control plus, and then delete these faces. Right, let's go back, and I think we need to bring this back like this. So we need to select this one, G and Y, like so, and let's cap this grid fill. All right. I think we went too much. We can bring this up to Y like this. All right. I think we done this part too. It's not bad. Also, we forgot to mirror this one, so select these and Control A and copy modifiers. Cool. Now let's add the final adjustment and applying some modifiers. So let's go for this part and go to edit mode, select this vertex, Ctrl Shift B to make bubble, double G to slide this vertex. Also this part, maybe Ctrl Shift B, and up here Ctrl Shift B and put it down, and a little one here like this, and maybe for this part Ctrl Shift G for this one, bigger one, and double G, maybe like this, and this part, or maybe not. Let's put this on this one, and double G here. All right, if you turn on the cavity, you can see this better, like this. What if we select this one and a bubble from here? I think we need to apply the scale. So Control A and scale, and then I think it's better. And let's add. So let's go here, and maybe a bubble we can have here too, and also maybe for this part, let's make a bubble for this vertex, double G to slide, like so. Maybe this part can have some bubble, or maybe not. And maybe this one. All right, so let's apply modifiers for each part. I'm gonna turn off the cavity. So let's go for this. And let's add the bubble first. And let's see, put the segment to 2, and let's adjusting this amount. I think we have a problem here. Let's turn on the cavity to see it's better. Let's put the geometry to arc. And I think we need to join these two vertices. Press J, and this one too. Press J. I think now we have a better beveling, so we can isolate this. So what if we add a subdivision surface? So press Ctrl 2, and we lost this part. So before that, maybe we need to add the triangulate. So now let's add this subdivision surface, and I think it's better now. Let's put this on shade smooth. Turn off the cavity. And I'm not happy with this. Let's turn this off. Delete this part and put on shade flat, and select these polys and go to face and triangulate face. Maybe also for this one, Shift R. And now what if we add the bubble and then add the subdivision surface? I think now it's going to work better. And shade auto smooth. We have a bad shading here. Also, I think we need to add the edge loop right here. Let's send this off. And now it's better. Also, I need to add another one right here. Actually, we don't see this part, but let's just add this. And I think we are done for this part. All right, cool. We can go back. So for this one, let's isolate this. Actually, we don't need this part. Let's delete this. So we can make it, oops, we can make this smaller. All right, and then we can add a bubble and turn this down like this for 2 segments maybe. In subdivision surface, to level, and shade auto smooth. Also, we can add some edge loop here, and we're done. Let's continue for this part. Let's isolate this, and let's add a bubble and make it smaller for 2 segments. Okay, and add a subdivision surface, to level, and shade smooth. I think we lost something here. I think we need to change the angle because it's not going to apply to this angle, so we need to decrease the angles to something like 28. And also still it's not applying to this one, so we are going down, so 25. Also for this one, again go down 20. So I think now we're good to go. So let's apply the subdivision. It's okay, but still it's not applying for this one, so we are going down to 15, and now it's going to apply for all the angles. All right, and shade outer smooth. Okay, let's go back. And now for these gears, let's add a bubble. And I can make it to arc. And let's add the subdivision surface to level. And I think it's okay. So for this one, select these two and Control L and copy modifiers. Also maybe for this one, bubble, make it smaller, and subdivision surface for 2 level, but we need to insert for this and delete these faces and create fill. All right, then shade is smooth. For this part, let's isolate this one and a bubble, 2 segments, make it small, and the subdivision surface for 2 level. And also we can add some edge loop here. Let's turn this off for now, and here, maybe 2 here. And let's turn this on too. And I think it's okay. And shade otherwise smooth. Let's go back, hit save. And for this one, so for this part, make it isolated. And select this bottom part, we don't need that. And so we need to reset this. We need to solve this. It's kind of higher, so put it down. And let's select these two and scale it to z-axis and flatten. All right, then we need to add a edge loop here and here, and let's make it cut like this, and then also one here, another here, and join these two together. Also this one, and another one right here. Select these two and join. Also another one here and here. I'll select these two. J, select these two and hit J. Also this one, these two J and these two and J. And we can actually flat these two and this one, or maybe not, just moving these around. Oops, we need to delete this. And another one here. Escape for the knife, and another one right here. Hit enter and select these and scale to x-axis and hit 0 to flatten this. Let's try the bubble. Bring the amounts down 2 segments and decrease the angle to, I think, 15. All right. What if we add the subdivision for 2 segments? So I think it's okay. Shade out is smooth. And then go back. Now let's add this one. Just copy this modifiers to this one. So select this one too and hit Ctrl L and copy modifiers. And shade out is smooth. Also for this one, so select this and this one which has the modifiers and Ctrl L and copy modifiers and shade auto smooth. Also for this, same thing, and this one too, and actually we don't need the bubble, and shade auto smooth. And what if for this one, let's isolate and add the bubble, smaller, 2 segments, and subdivision surface for 2 level and shade auto smooth. So let's go back, hit Ctrl S for the save and go for this grip part. And let's isolate this. Let's see. We can add the bubble. We can put the geometry on arc and 2 segment, bring it down like so, and subdivision surface for 2 level and shade auto smooth. There we go. Let's go back for this part of the grip. We already did this. So subdivision surface for 2 level and shade auto smooth. Let's go back for this part. We can actually let's add the subdivision surface for 2 level, but before that I think we need to add the bubble. So let's turn this off and add bubble, bring it upper from the subdivision, 2 segments, and let's bring this down like so, and I think we can go for I'm not sure about this part, so let's increase the angle to 50 and also decrease the thickness like this. I think this is better, and right click, shade auto smooth. All right, and now for the trigger, so bubble, or maybe just the subdivision surface for 2 level and shade auto smooth. And what is this problem? All right, it's too close to each other, so double G to move this around, and here we go. Maybe we can select this one too and double G to slide. All right, so go back, select this one. Also we can copy from this one, Ctrl L and copy modifiers and shade auto smooth. Let's see, we can also add a bubble here. And maybe for this also add bubble. Right, cool. We'll also, oops, also for this one we can add an inset. And not happy with this part. Let's see. We don't need to add bevel for this one, and we can delete this upper part. All right, let's go back. And for this shield, we can just add the subdivision surface to level and shade auto smooth. And this one also we can copy from the trigger. Oops. Maybe we can copy from this one better and shade auto smooth, but we can increase the bubble, I think, like so, with this upper. All right, and also we can scale this to y-axis like this. All right, now for this bottle, control 2, it's not working. Subdivision surface for 2 level and shade auto smooth, or maybe shade smooth. And for this liquid, we don't need anything, just shade smooth. And for this one, we can add a bubble for 2 segment and bring this down like so. And subdivision surface for 2 level and shade auto smooth. Also, we can copy this from this one, Control L and copy modifiers and shade auto smooth. But we just lost the solidify for this one. So we don't need the solidify for this one. So like this and copy modifiers, and let's delete this solidify. All right. And maybe we can copy this from this and copy modifiers and shade auto smooth. Also, we need to insert this like so. All right. Also for this part, this isolated, add the bubble. And I'm not sure why it's kind of weird. So we can do this manually, but by pressing all of these edges and Control B for bubble, 2 segments like this, and subdivision surface for 2 level and shade auto smooth. All right. Oh, and I need to modify this one. So let's make a loop here, and we can bring this down, maybe like this, or even we can just delete that upper part, right? We can delete this. So Control Z, and let's select these faces and just delete. And let's go back, and So this one, we can add an edge loop here and select these vertices and double G to bring this back like this. All right. I think now all is done. Oh, and for this one, we need to mirror this. So go to modifiers and add a mirror. Put this up and to y-axis. So we solved everything. And let's check our face orientation. Right, we need to fix this one. So go to edit mode, press A to select all, and Alt N and flip. So this solve too, and all is done. All right, let's save and let's select all, or press A to select all and hit Ctrl D to make a copy and escape. Then press M and put this on the backup. All right, so we have the backup. So I'm going to apply all the modifiers. So select all of this and go to Object, Convert to Mesh. Now we just applied all the modifiers. Now let's go for unwrapping. Go to UV editing, select all and Ctrl A and hit all transforms. All right. And then while you selecting all, press tab to go to edit mode and press A to select all, and then press U and select a smart UV project. Put the island margin to 0.001 and hit OK. Now we unwrapped our model. Maybe it's not so precise, but I think it's gonna work for us. And then go back to layout. All right, and hit save. Let's check our normals again. So go under the viewport overlay and check face orientation. And is also, again, we need to flip this. Select all and actually Alt N and flip. Also for this one, go to edit mode, press A, Alt N and flip. All right, cool. So let's turn this off. So now we are going to make material brought into the substance painter. But before that, we have to assign material for each part of our gun, because substance painters know each object of your model from your material. So to do that, go to shading and let's select this part and in this, actually let's select this one and make a new material and call this metal. All right, and let's put a color for that, and it doesn't matter, and select this one and copy material. So this is the metal 2, this one, and you can make a material for this one. This is gonna be wood. Let's make a color for that, this, and this grip also going to be wooden, and this one is wire. And also this gear, I call this metal 2, and also this one, and these Oops, sorry, this is the wire. Also this one going to be metal 2, and these also are the same, and maybe this part. All right, and I think these two going to be the metal, and these two I think it's going to be metal 2, and also this one, and also this is the metal, and this is the fabric. And these two. All right, and this one I'm going to make it inside the blender, but just let's just make a name for that. And also this one is going to be the glass. So let's make this back. Also here we have this one too, which is metal 2, and here we go. Also, another thing that I'm going to do is joining these parts which have same material together. So select them and press Ctrl J to make them together. So let's hide this for now, and this too, Ctrl J and hide, and this fold, Ctrl J and hide, and then this wire, which is one part, and these two, I'm going to Ctrl J and hide, and all this together, which is one part, and let's unhide all. All right, now let's export this. Select them all and go to File, Export FBX, and call this gun 1, selection, and hit export. Now we are in Substance Painter. Let's go to File, New, and select your FBX, hit OK, and then go to Edit, Bake Mesh, put the output size to 2K, and use low poly mesh as high poly mesh. Also go to anti-aliasing, and I'm using subsampling 4 and X4, and hit bake selected textures. So it takes a while. So after that, you have all your meshes together under the texture set list. So this is your fabric, glass, and so on. For example, you can search here under the asset panel for wood, and under the smart material, I'm going to use this wood walnut, and also I'm going to add a fill layer under this. I'm going to just use the color map by holding Alt and select color to solder this, and put the color to black. Also for this, I'm going to use a white mask and right click, add generator, and under generator, I'm going to use metal edger. And I think I'm going to invert this mask. So right click on the mask and hit invert mask. And by selecting this metal edger, we can change the wear level and the wear contrast, like so. Also, I'm gonna add another fill layer, and also I'm gonna change the color to black and just color, and Ctrl G to put this under a group, and hit the mask and add a black mask. Right click, add generator, and I'm going to add dirt to this one, and also hit dirt, and let's decrease the dirt like so. So I can change the color to something different. Maybe something like this. Also for the metal part, I'm going to search for steel, and I'm using this steel gun painted like so. Also, I'm going to add another one, steel bright layered, but I'm going to put this under the gun painted, and for this one I'm going to add a black mask and right click, add generator, and also here adding the metal edger. Also, again, I have to invert the mask, so going to edger, and I'm going to lower the ver level like this. And can just change the contrast too, right? The next thing I'm going to add for this part is the steel medieval stylized, and not going to change anything. I think it's okay. Also for this wire, I'm going to search for plastic, and I think this latex black is okay. The next thing is this fabric, so search for fabric, and let's try this one. It's cool, and I'll continue with this one, the fabric composite, and under the base color, maybe I can change the color to something a little brighter like so, and I think we're done here. The last thing we are going to do is for this wood part, the underlayer doesn't have any roughness, so as you can see, it's kind of shiny, glossy. So we need to add roughness to this and increase the roughness to make it a little bit rough. So I think that's going to work better. So now for exporting this textures, we need to go to File, Export Textures, and select your export folder, and the output file type, I'm going to use Targa and 2K, but for output template, we don't have any output template for Blender. So now we are going to make one. Select PBR metallic roughness, right click and duplicate. Double click on that. I'm going to call this Blender. And the only thing we are going to change is change this normal to OpenGL normal. So click this one and drag under this screen part and use RGB channel, and that's it. So let's go back here and select the Blender one and hit export. Now we're back in Blender, so go to shading, and select this metal, and select this principal BSDF. But before that, make sure to turn on the node wrangler under your add-on. This is the node wrangler, so check this and select your principal BSDF and hit Ctrl Shift and T and go to your texture panel folder and select the metal. So you have to select 5 maps for the metal and hit principal texture setup. And here we go. Again, this one, select this principal BSDF and Ctrl Shift T and go for the wood. Select all in import and this fabric, Ctrl Shift T and select this fabric. Also this one, which is metal 2, Ctrl Shift T and select the metal 2 and we are done. Here we go. So for this one, I'm going to put the saturation to 0 and the value to 1. Also go down and transmission to 1 and roughness to 0.01. Actually, these two are together. So press tab to go to edit mode and press L. And let's hover your mouse over this one and press L to select this and press P in selection to separate this part. So now you can select this part separately, and now we can add by pressing Shift A and search for volume and add volume absorption and add this to the volume. Oops. All right, and we can put this on red and these to 10 density maybe, and I think this wooden height is pretty much. So select this one. I'm gonna decrease this. So here for the displacement, I'm gonna add a math and put it here. Put this on multiply and the value on 0.01. And I think this is better, or maybe 0.005. For setuping this scene, I'm going to go to layout, and also I'm going to turn this off, the reference. All right, let's add a camera and press Ctrl Alt and 0 to set the camera to your viewport, and press N, view, camera to viewport, check this, and I'm going to set the camera view, just a quick one. Right here under the render properties, put this render engine to cycle and the viewport sample to 50, denoise after the 50 samples, and render to 500. Uncheck this denoise. For denoise, I'm using here denoise data. Go back to render properties, and under the film, I'm using transparent and transparent glass, and under the color management, I'm using the medium high contrast. All right, and for the export output properties, that's okay, and I think that's it. So this is my setup. we have a plane here which emits the light on 5. As you can see, it's going to lighten this part, down part here. And actually, don't forget to also add material for the wire. All right, and I have light up here, which is this one, and another one here, and the big one to fill out everything. Also a light to the right, this one, and to the left, which is that one, and it's on 200, and the right one is on 100 and a little warmer. So also the camera is on 110 millimeter focal length, and everything is done. I think we are about to take the render. So just press F12 and hit the render, but before that I'm going to increase the size, make it about 4K, and now I'm going to start to render. So hit F12 and wait for the render. So the render has finished, and to denoising the render, go to composition and select use nodes and press Shift A and search for denoise, and then grab the image and put on image normal to normal and albedo to albedo, and hold Ctrl Shift and click on denoise and wait for the composition here, and then go back to your render and select viewer node. So right now you just denoise your render, and then just go to image and save as, and save your render into PNG. So we are in Photoshop. Let's go to File, Open, and bring your render here. Then you can click here and add a solid color and put it a dark one under your render, and select a white color, and under the adjustment grab a gradient and put a style on radial and scale it a little bit up, and then turn down the opacity about 20, and then select your render, right click and convert to smart object, then press Ctrl L for level. Let's increase the brightness and decrease the darkness to make a more contrast. All right, and then you can go for the curve by pressing Ctrl M and change the channel to red and make something like a S curve to pop the red color. And also you can do this for blue channel too, like so. And then we can add a new layer by pressing Ctrl Shift N and hit enter. Press B for brush and select a reddish color and decrease the hardness, also decrease the size, like so, and just brush some part of our render and change the mode to overlay or soft light. I'm choosing overlay, and then press E for eraser or select the eraser from your toolbar, and then just erase this part and this metal part too, right? So we can delete this part, and this is the before and after. So I'm going to delete this part too, and then make another new layer by pressing Ctrl Shift N, and then select your brush, go to color and make a white one, and one here, another one here, and again go to mode and put this on overlay, and you can decrease the opacity like so. And also I'm going to add a fire particle, which I downloaded from freepik.com. I will put the link in the description, and you need to open it into Illustrator. So after you unzip your file, here you have an EPS file format. You can drag this into your Illustrator, and after that click on your image and right click, release clipping mask, and then drag this over, and also this one in this background, put this aside, also this one, which we need only these fire particles. Ctrl C and go to Photoshop and press Ctrl V and select a smart object and hit OK, and you can rescale this to make it bigger. Also you can hold Alt and Shift to rescale proportionally and from the center. After that you can hit this exit button, and then put the mode on linear dodge add, and put this under your gun and put it right here, or maybe you can hit Ctrl T, right click and hit flip horizontally and rescale again and hit enter. All right, another thing you can do is duplicating your render by pressing Ctrl J and go to filter, other and high pass, and add a radius about 2 or 3 and hit OK, and then go to mode, a blending mode, and put the blending mode on overlay or soft light. I'm choosing overlay, and it's gonna gives you a more sharpened image. Thanks for watching our Blender tutorial. Practice the tools and techniques we covered to improve your 3D modeling skill. Feel free to ask any question or leave comments below, and I will see you in the next one.